What's up guys, Xbox TechJunky back today with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the three main Halo Mega Construx sets that are currently found only at Target. So let's just jump right in. Alright, so first and foremost, we're going to start off with my favorite set. This one was my favorite set for two reasons. One, the Halo installation is my absolute favorite aspect of the Halo franchise. And overall, it's kind of just like a fun build because you basically build, and here's the actual overall product. You basically just build each individual section and then attach them to each other and then make this little base. So it's a super simple, quick, and easy build. My understanding, this is technically supposed to be Zeta Halo. The actual box doesn't say anything, it just says ring installation, but there's kind of a couple signs that leads me to believe that this is Zeta Halo. One, there's the weird little building from the box art, which I'm assuming is the auditorium that we have yet to see in, or actually go into in Halo Infinite. And then there's a heavy, strong look at the woods and the mountain ranges, which is something Halo Infinite kind of has been focusing on with the semi-open world type gameplay, I would believe. And one of the newest songs, which is based off older songs, is called Through the Woods. So overall, I would say if you're thinking about which Halo ring could this be, it's Zeta Halo, but technically it's just a re-installation. Overall, a very fun build. I love building the little floating land pieces that you see in Infinite. As far as the box goes, these boxes have a very special design. It's like this more dramatic and cinematic type look at the design instead of the scene setups that you would see on a normal Mega Construx. The other ones you would see an AA gun with Master Chief fighting Hyperius. But these ones are more just heavily focused on what the product is and not necessarily how it would look or be viewed in the actual game. If you look on the back, it does show you the other products. The one thing I will note about both the Master Chief helmet and the ring installation is it only does show off the Energy Sword set, which I found a little weird that it didn't show anything else. But overall, it does have just different pictures of what the ring looks like and all that fun stuff. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Alright, so the next build actually just recently released a couple weeks ago. It's the newest of the bunch. That is the Master Chief helmet. So this helmet is based off Master Chief from Halo Infinite. Overall, this build is very easy and it's actually a very compact design. As you can see, it fits in my hand relatively easy and I don't have necessarily really huge hands. The design is pretty good. The only thing I didn't like was these block pieces. I feel like they should have made those flatter edges right here because Master Chief's helmet doesn't have those bumps on his actual helmet, but small thing to look at. Overall, another very easy build. It's more just a very compact design. You just have to attach everything. The only gripe I had with this was the visor because it's actually a little film, which maybe if I can get close enough, you can see it can come off if I wanted to. So it's this weird film type stuff that you have to wrap around and then attach pieces to while holding it. And while it doesn't necessarily look bad, I don't prefer it because if you look from the side, you can definitely see the film is sticking out. And it looks better picture wise, of course, on the box as you can see. But overall, it's kind of a bother. But something small. The next really cool thing about it is if you pull back here, you do have a tiny little AI chip. Basically, this thing has been heavily looked on since the very first teaser of Halo Infinite. In the very first teaser, Chief puts the chip inside of his back piece and it glows blue. And then in the Discover Hope trailer, he's kind of looking at it and puts it back in and says the same thing. Hey, there's no AI. So this whole thing has been very focused on, which I find weird because when you watch the actual gameplay, Cortana's not mentioned and neither is this chip. And if I remember correctly, his helmet will glow blue when there's a chip inside of it, or at least an active AI is what I would assume. So in the actual gameplay, it doesn't glow blue, and yeah, too bad this doesn't glow blue when you pop it in. But back to the helmet, like I said, easy build. The only problem I really had was the film and then the side pieces, but overall, this is really simple. It takes about 30 minutes, maybe to an hour. I am going to leave a link down below to one of the guys who I know who has full-on in-depth reviews of products like these and more of the Mega Construx. He recently just did the actual Pelican review that is just now starting to hit shelves or online shelves. So I will definitely leave a link down below. Check out his stuff. It's really in-depth stuff. So this next piece I can't really fit behind the box all mysterious like I've been doing. So we'll just jump in with the box first. Same thing as the other two boxes, just kind of showing off what the product is. There's one thing that I would note is if you buy this set, make sure you grab out the card that includes the DLC. I don't remember for sure what it exactly gives you, but if you go to halowaypoint.com/redeem, you can put in the code that's on the card and it'll give you something for Halo Infinite when the game releases. But overall, yes, just another cool look at the actual design. And it does show you can grab and hold and swing this if you want. And like I said, this one actually shows you the other two products, while the other ones only show just the energy sword, which I found a little bit peculiar, but something super small. So let's jump into the actual product. All right, so this is the energy sword. So the actual build is very simple. You essentially just start off by building the hilt, and then you'll build the two blades separately and then attach them together. And it is a very simple design, and you can take it off and you can hold it and you can play with it. I personally don't like to, because even though they say it's supposed to be like this, it feels really fragile sometimes. I mean, it's sturdy, like someone showed, you could swing this around and it won't fail or break, but not something I really want to try to test my luck with. The only thing that I had a gripe with this design was these main pieces on the hilt. Just kind of adding them to the main section of this piece was kind of a bother. And I'm pretty sure I messed something up too, because I can't technically have these near this centerpiece, because then the centerpiece does not want to stay and pops right off. But I think I fixed it, I'm not exactly sure. But overall, this one is another easy one like these two. None of these are actually very difficult, it's just difficult parts that everyone deals with. And like I said, this guy just does not like to stay on for me. As for the stand, it's literally just a couple pieces, and putting it on and off, I'll fix it later, is relatively easy. There's actually little pieces right here and another one right here, and you just kind of have to line them up with the actual face, and if you do it right, it's gonna stand. So my final thoughts and reviews on these. My absolute favorite one was going to be the ring installation. It's a very fun build, very simple build. You build three main pieces, add them together, and you're good to go. The next one I would have to go with is the energy sword. Besides the main hilt piece that I don't like, it's overall an actual very fun build, because it's just you just go. And putting it all together is really fun. This one was the only one that I had a gripe with, was because of the film and then some of the side pieces. But overall, I think this one has the better design. It's the more detailed in my opinion. The ring one is really good, of course, because it adds like all the land masses and everything in. But I just think this one was a very well put together design. The only thing I would really change is maybe how the visor is attached, but overall it's fun. And I like the addition of the Cortana chip. I think that's just kind of a cool little thing, and a nod to how many times Chief has probably taken that thing and put it back in. So if I had to give these an overall review, a score like out of 1 to 10, I would give the ring installation a 9. This one a definitely 10. It's very fun, small little gripes, but overall it's a fun build. It looks fantastic, and you can practically put it anywhere, and it's an easy remove. So if you want to hold it like, you know, your Master Chief or something, you know, it's a very simple build and reattach. And as far as the energy sword, I'm going to give this one an 8, only because this piece really did take me some time. Personally, it was a personal problem. You know, most people probably didn't have as many problems, but it also has a lot of flimsy parts. I've actually had pieces missing just because of how, I guess, not well built the hilt is. The blade itself is completely fine. I had no problems. And like I said, they're pretty well put together so you can swing it and all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't recommend actually hitting something, because then you're going to break it. And actually, every time I wave it down, I can hear something like around here, like creak. So, yeah, this one's an 8. Not a terrible build, but not my absolute favorite. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Next week, we're going to be looking at the Halo Library Edition, finally looking at Halo Broken Circle, which is about the Covenant and all that fun jazz. So stay tuned, and the next video after that will be my review on Halo Shadows of Reach. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day.